This September, the government's Green Home Grant becomes available, which offers homeowners up to £5,000 in vouchers for implementing energy-efficient measures into their own home. But research has revealed that only 16% of people are going to be taking advantage of the scheme, possibly due to a lack of awareness, or maybe because of having bad experiences with the government's previous Green Deal. Matthew Fleming-Duffy is a financial services and mortgage expert from Cherry Mortgage and Finance Limited in Bournemouth. Hiya, Matthew.
Hi.
Tell us about Rishi's Green Homes Grant. £5,000 to spend on improving your home, essentially. That sounds pretty good, but is there a big catch with it?
Yes and no. We don't know the full details as yet. Obviously, they're going to be sort of published next month in September when the scheme is released. But the grant is going to help you to make your home more energy efficient. You'll be able to pay for insulation, low carbon heating, so things such as ground source heat pumps or solar thermal systems, possibly draft proofing, double or even triple glazing, energy efficient doors and things like that. But it's the understanding at the moment is that it's going to be fairly limited, and the 600,000 homes is a small chip, a dent in the issues that we've got in the UK. There's an estimated 17 million homes that have an EPC or energy performance certificate below a band C. So we've got a long way to go to get those homes more energy efficient.
And is that why you think only 16% of people have expressed an interest in taking it up? Because there's so much good stuff you've mentioned there, Matt, that you could do to your home, and things like heat pumps are becoming generally more fashionable, but also very energy efficient as well. You'd think people will be clamouring to get their hands on this.
Yeah, it's an odd one because large numbers of people that we surveyed said that they are making efforts to help protect the environment. Over 50% of people surveyed said that they were always looking to make their homes more energy efficient. There just seems to be this large disconnect between the desire to have a positive impact on the planet and actually converting these desires into action, particularly when it comes to green finance.
And might it be you have to be assessed as well, which might put people off, because the government is not just going to give you £5,000 and say, there you go, mate, go make your home a bit more energy efficient. They might want to come and look and see, well, actually, this scheme would be suitable for you, but this one wouldn't. And presumably as well, you'll have to show where the money's gone. So maybe the red tape aspect is off-putting as well. Yeah, possibly. Certainly the sort of scheme is going to cover 2/3 of the cost of making energy efficient improvements. So you'll get £5,000 per household. People on low incomes can get a higher amount. They can get £10,000. They won't have to sort of put any of their own cash in, but there's going to be a shortfall, and that's possibly where sort of green mortgages would come in to the sort of conversation. That if you're going to seek to do a lot of home improvements, you may need a lot more than £5,000 to do it. It's a tricky one to assess until, of course, the scheme has run its course, and you look back and say, was it good? How much take up? Was there, and sort of things like that. But yeah, green mortgages are certainly on the up. Well, I was going to ask about green mortgages. Is that literally remortgaging to help pay for some of these improvements, or is it a different scheme?
Yes is the simple answer to that question. There isn't actually a universal definition of a green mortgage, but ultimately it would be generally regarded as one where you're borrowing money to make your home more energy efficient. So look, if you go to your own bank and borrow an extra £10,000 and complete home improvements to your property which make it more energy efficient, that could be a green mortgage. There are, however, some very specific products that have started appearing in the market now. Now, we're way behind the US. Green mortgages have been around in the US for 25 years. We've been talking about green mortgages in the EU and the UK for a decade. And until fairly recently, it was only the Ecology Building Society that offered products that actually give you better deals for making your home more energy efficient. But now, like I said, the market is certainly opening up. You've got product offerings from lenders such as Nationwide, who can help their existing borrowers. The Newbury, again, can help their existing borrowers. There's a scheme under development with Lloyds Banking Group. There's the Monmouthshire Building Society that are running a product. There's a lifetime mortgage, an equity lease mortgage from a firm called Just. I think the best price product has come out of a small lender called the Saffron Building Society. If you're remortgaging up to 80% of the property value. They have a 2-year fixed rate at 1.47%. That's a good deal. It's particularly good when you then look at the details of that deal, where they will drop that rate by 0.1% if you improve the energy efficiency of your property to at least a band E. So if you buy a property and increase the EPC rating, that rate drops to 1.37%.
That's a pretty good incentive, isn't it? You make the improvement and the rate drops. That will appeal to people to maybe kick them into action, perhaps.
You'd think so. I mean, look, the thing is, as consumers, I don't know how many people have heard of the Saffron Building Society. So, look, when you're a big lender, and you've got the sort of, big 5 or 6 lenders that dominate sort of 60 or 70% of mortgage lending at the moment. They're, the banks and building society, well, the banks really that have got adverts on bus stops and on the TV and sort of things like that. So you wouldn't necessarily come across the Saffron Building Society unless you are speaking to an intermediary that knows these types of products. So yeah, look, it's a really, really decent deal, but it's only one. And if you think there are well over 100 lenders in the UK, and there are, quite literally thousands of mortgage products out there, we really need more competition in the market.
Fascinating stuff, that, from Matthew Fleming-Duffy, a financial services and mortgage expert from Cherry Mortgage and Finance Limited in Bournemouth. Thank you, Matthew. 12 to 11.